Hello, everybody. Today we are here with another special podcast, and we have a special guest, Sergio. Hello, Sergio. Can you introduce
Hi.
yourself?
Hello, everybody. First of all, hi, Lucy. Thanks for inviting me to this
Thank you for
podcast.
coming.
And yeah, I will proceed now to basically introduce myself. My name is Sergio. I am from Spain originally, and now I'm 25 years old. I am basically a mechanical engineer, and I work making interiors for the automotive industry right now. And yeah, I am living in Germany since 7 years already.
Ooh, 7 years is a lot. Is that 2018 then?
Yes, a little bit more, but yeah, 2018.
Okay.
Um,
You first came here as a student, as I know, because that's how we also met.
Of course.
Tell us why Germany, or when did you come as a student, and where did you study?
Yeah, well, I studied in Deggendorf, as we met there, but before studying in Deggendorf, I came to another city in Lower Bavaria, which is Straubing. And basically, my journey in Germany started when one Spanish company told me or offered me to come to Straubing and or Lower Bavaria in order to study a dual studium. And basically, they brought me there. I couldn't speak German at all. But first, with the vocational training and then with the studies, and so I got to learn it. And right now, I'm working completely in German.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah, it's basically that.
Okay. But you said the company brought you or offered you the possibility to work here or to study duales studium. Can you tell us a little bit what duales studium is?
It was both things at the same time, because once that you finish the dual studium, you have learned so many things in the company that if they see that you are capable, that you show motivation, and that you can give a value to the company, your chances to be hired are very high. Also because they have made an investment on you. So basically, a dual studium is a mix or a kind of way of studying in Germany that involves the practical experience with all the theory that you can get in the university. In my
So you
case,
basically go in the university and also work in the same time, right?
Exactly.
At the company.
Exactly.
And how many days or weeks? How is that split?
It depends because there are different dual studium, but the one that I did was at the very beginning, the first year, the year that I spent in Straubing doing the vocational training, and that was very normal as a typical vocational training in Germany. It is like
a language, or no?
No, vocational training is just I am currently industrial mechanic, and this involves more like working with hands. I mean, so basically I had to go to the so-called Berufsschule for 1 week in a month, and then the other weeks of the month I was spending them at work. And then at work during these 3 weeks, I was like learning how to do what the normal job would be at the company, and also doing helping the technicians doing their daily job. And then once I finished this year, because it was also like helping me in order to get all the vocabulary, because when I came here, I was not even able to say 1 + 1 is 2. Like
in German, you mean?
Yeah, of course. No,
I
mean, vocational training is much easier from the theory side because it's mostly focusing on the practical part.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like kind of repeating the things that I had done in high school in Spain. So it was just learning just the basics from maths and so, but again in a new language. And once that I could have learned more or less how it worked, which was very difficult, I then started the university already starting with something like.
But then you continued with the same company, right? So
yes.
like you worked at the company and studied at THD in the same time, and in the end of 3.5 years you got your diploma, basically. You finished.
When you do it, it was a 4.5-year contract because it also included 1 year
Of the training.
of the vocational training, and therefore, it was like that. It was like both of them together.
Okay. And how did you know this company? You knew it from Spain?
Yeah, I mean, it's a company that comes from my city, and actually, like, the problem that we have in Spain is that we are not very good in languages. And especially German is a more complicated language if you compare it with English.
It's the same for me. I think everyone in my school also said German is more complicated. Yeah.
But the thing is that especially if you are able during school to, I mean, I believe it's much more easier to learn it if you have a daily contact in the university as if you have it in your normal work, because you are kind of more obligated to learn it, and everybody in your circle speaks German, so you kind of like get pressed. Exactly. So basically the point of all of this was like so that I could learn German, I could speak English, and since Spain is also very powerful in the automotive industry, which is where I'm working right now, the point of the company was to make bridges between both countries so that I could become one day like the person that negotiates. Yeah, but it is basically that, because it's very difficult to find people that speak both
Many
languages. And Spain is also like the second manufacturer in Europe for cars, so it's like
well, now you have become one, because as I know you can speak good German, so
yeah, well.
But why Germany? Why did you say yes, I'll do this?
I would say I'm a little bit like I don't think things 2 times, and I like adventure. So basically, when I got the offer, I had never thought about studying mechanical engineering. I was studying actually in like in school biology. I wasn't doing nothing related to engineering.
So you were like, let's take it, let's do something different.
Because I thought it was a good opportunity. I was basically applying for the company because why not?
Yeah.
And then during like the selection,
work out,
exactly, like just try it. and I was lucky. I could convince like the HR in this case, and they were like confident. I mean, it was good.
Okay. And did you have like, when you decided, okay, I'm going, did you have an imagine, or did you have a picture in your head? How would it be life in Germany, or how did you imagine it? What would be a stereotype that you have heard in Spain?
Yeah, of course. I had never come before to Germany, and actually I had thought that everybody is like very focused on job, that everything here is very grey, that nobody smiles, that.
And was it like that in the beginning? Like when you came the first weeks? Did it feel like that?
I actually came in July, and in August, as I was living in Straubing, there is this very big Volksfest there, and then
Gäubodenfest.
Exactly, the Gäuboden Volksfest, and then I got to know what this really is, and this was like a stereotype breaking. Like it was huge for me, like just seeing such a huge party in a small village. It was like, and everybody.
That was your highlight, no?
Yeah, it was for me very surprising actually, but and then during the years, once that you speak the language better and you kind of get confident with people, you kind of get to know that everybody's kind of like thinking the same, whatever the culture or whatever, like
it is really like that. Like, look at me, I'm from Albania, we all understand each other, and it's like different people from everywhere, and I know that people think of stereotypes in the beginning,
of course,
from every country, but there are like, we are all the same, or we are all different in the same country even, and we are all the same even from other countries. So in the end, after some time that you live in someplace else, you actually see it.
But language is a very important thing in order to realize this.
Yeah. How was if you are talking about the language, was the language a barrier for the beginning, or?
It was a huge because I came to do vocational training in Straubing, and in there where I was, nobody spoke German. I came like with just knowing the basics in German, like what would be an A2 level or a B1 level, what is like, okay, I can understand more or less, but not at all a normal conversation. And I came there and nobody was speaking German, only the teachers, because they were, but with a very strong Bavarian accent. But every single student was talking Bavarian with one another, which was for me like horrible. But once that you are alone, you basically have to, I mean, you cannot talk with everybody, and you have to make yourself pressure in order to be able to at least communicate with the others. It was very difficult in the very beginning because, I mean, the teachers were skipping asking me because I was like just sitting in the lesson.
You were like, me no German.
No. I mean, or maybe they were asking me, what is your name? And I was answering, I like color blue. Like, I don't know. It was very horrible. I mean, because everybody was laughing at me at one point. But I mean, it's not easy. But because of these things, is how you at the end learn. I mean, you have to make mistakes in order to learn. And if you
become stronger as well with all these things.
Exactly, because.
Wow, I never knew this actually.
Yeah, I mean. No, it was not it was a very hard time.
But when did it become better? Because did it become better first when you moved to Deggendorf? Because in Deggendorf, then it was a student city and...
Yeah, the thing is that the good thing from Deggendorf is that there are not only people from that are very much regional, so Bavarian Forest.
There are a lot of international students,
Or not only that, but also people that come from Munich or from...
Cities where they don't speak a dialect, you mean?
Not only that, but also other parts of Germany. But I cannot imagine somebody that comes from NRW studying an Ausbildung in Straubing. I mean, this for me would be more strange. But in the university, it was the case. So it was, and also, you know, like once that people have laughed at you, or that you have got to know that you have made many mistakes. Once you start like really not taking care at all, you just throw verbs, you throw like your phrases, and the other person, as long as the other person understands you and you can have a normal communication, it's fine. But then like the more that you practice, the better that you become, and suddenly you kind of like speak normally with people, but you have to make mistakes naturally.
Yeah. And I think at some point you just get used to that your language is not the best, and then you...
But the same happens with English. Like it's not the same talking with natives as talking with other people from other countries that are from abroad, because of course they are going to use another vocabulary which is more easy, or they are going to
with every language,
and the accent is going to be also much understandable.
Yeah. But and how was for also talking about barriers, because at least I know for me finance was a big barrier for me to also study in Germany. How was the financial part for you? Because you were also working actually directly, so was that a big deal, or?
Yeah, this was like no problem at all.
Like because you were getting enough money from the company and you could survive your life during studies.
Like I got hired in a good time for the automotive industry, so they had money. I was basically getting paid all the months and only working during the vacation. And also, in order that I could learn German at the very beginning, they were paying me a lot of lessons. So
that's amazing.
Actually, yeah, I mean, becoming dual student is difficult, because at the end the company has to make a big investment on you. But once that you get it, like you solve a lot of problems, and then meanwhile you get this practical experience, and later you get your chances to be hired very much bigger. But yeah, financially I didn't have any problem.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, no, I have to be.
No, it is. It's amazing. And how was for your family, or even for you, when you said, okay, family, I'm leaving and I'm moving to Germany and for good, or even just to try it? Where did they think, yeah, okay, go do it? Or were like, no, we would like to have you closer? Or what was their reaction?
I mean, I had always wanted some rock and roll, some adventure in my life. So I mean, for my parents, it was surprising because I was like a person that also didn't have very good grades. I have to be honest.
They were like, what?
Yeah, but because I got a very good opportunity here. So and as I was 18, they were a little bit scared that what could happen in another country, because also for them, like they were seeing Germany the same way as me, like with the same stereotypes and so. But yeah, after 1 month or so, like they saw that I'm fine. The first winter was a little bit more of a problem, but then like once that you live a summer in Germany,
it's better.
It's insanely better.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you started studying in Deggendorf and everything, and you stayed in Deggendorf for 3.5 years, right? For your whole study time.
Actually, I think that 4 years and a half, because you know, like I made 2 semesters more because
you can extend your studies.
I extended it. My company was okay with that. Like it's obvious that somebody from abroad has more difficulties.
And as I know you, you also have made it to make friends also all
Too many.
around. It can never be too many. Look at us, for example. We didn't meet for a long time because you moved to Munich, and now I also moved to Munich, and now we're meeting for just a random podcast. But what I know that feeling lonely is a big problem sometimes for students, because they don't know how to get to know other people, or sometimes it's difficult to fit in and to, I don't know, to adapt or to find the right group and everything. Like, could you say how did you make it to find, or at least the biggest part of your friends? Like, what helped you, or how did you, how did it flow, the whole finding friends and everything?
You will not believe me, but before I came to Germany, I was very shy. No,
I believe you, me too.
No, but once that you are like, you have just to be able to break the ice with people, and also like now also coming from Deggendorf to a bigger city like Munich, sometimes I'm not lying, like I have felt lonely. But if you join clubs or kind of these things,
clubs, yeah.
not student clubs, but I don't know, like you can even join a chess club, like but it's a very good way in order to find more people. And also like if you want to stick with people that are also from abroad, it's also easy. There are apps for that, like but mainly through apps is the way to get to know people. But I mean, I would say that going abroad is not a thing for introverts, but you get extrovert when you are abroad.
I think also for introverts they could make it, because the chess club, for example, it's not, or there are clubs that you don't have to do. I mean, we also have been and are in the same student club, and that's a way extroverted student club, because it's like international, and we do a lot of parties, and we do like a lot of activity.
Yeah, sure.
The smile in your face says everything. But I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of other clubs, maybe in bigger cities, of course, that offer also, I don't know, a more introverted space. But you have a good point there. I think clubs are
and also you have
sure
to make
good.
the first step. Like
the
thing is that if you
it.
come to a city where everybody knows each other, you don't have any other chance. Like people know each other since 5 years. So if you are just behaving normal with people, not forced, like just showing the people your authentic part, just being yourself, it is quite more easy. And actually people are open for this.
And apparently you are saying that Germany somehow changed you, but with the lonely part, or no, with the extroverted part, and with not being shy, or not that shy at least. How do you make how do you say that Germany changed you in total, or did it even, or in what points could Germany not change you?
Nah, like this extroverted part, definitely. I mean, overall, I think it's more or less the same. But this extrovert part has increased insanely, just because, as I tell you, like this year was so hard And I got so much trained like to not give much care about what people think about me, that this has had an influence in whatever I do. Like okay, at the end, like everybody in your around you is going to have an opinion on whatever you do.
Yeah.
But at the end, I just do whatever I want with my life, and I don't think twice. And whatever people think, I mean, I can listen them, but I just do it.
Because in the end, is anyway, I think that we all have different stories and different lives, and nobody can ever put themselves in your position because they never had. So, and of course, you have the right to choose however you want to live your life, even though for some other people might be the wrong way.
Yeah.
So that's the right thought. Like that's how you actually should do it. You are right. Just go for it and do your thing. And I mean, you made it through all these difficult points apparently, and you finished your studies, you're working, and now you want to do a master's as well and everything. So, I mean, everyone has their own goals, so that's amazing. And let's move a bit to the emotional part with the family. Because I know it for myself that there are sometimes times or moments where I think, man, I wished I would be home for a little bit longer or something, or I wish I could be at this point home. But were there for you times where you hoped the most that you could, in different situations or something, where you hoped that you could spend more time with your family, or you could be home with them because something was happening home or something was happening here? Or
yeah, like but this is natural. Like I think this happens in the it is normal for people that are from abroad. Like at the end, like family, me for example, my father died last year, like after a very hard illness. And yeah, of course I wish I would have been there, but if I would have been there, okay, I mean, nothing much would have changed. Like of course you want to be more time there, but yeah, I mean you have to make a balance also, like with like changing the topic, like with friends and so, like that are at your country. Of course you would like to see them, but I believe that if you go like once every 3 months or regularly, like you kind of see that nothing has changed. I mean,
Also-
with friends especially, like, or with family, as long as you are connected with telephone or so, like you can get to know like everything. You can talk. It's not like 100 years ago that one person emigrated and like was not able to talk with family the whole life.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, yeah, there would be these cases, as you were saying, you're unfortunate that
Yeah.
you'd wish that would be a time that you could be there. But yeah, for sure, if you, as a student abroad, especially there are students that are way more far away from home and that cannot buy a ticket to just 2 hours home. And it's a big decision when you do it from the beginning, that you're far away and then things happen back home that you cannot control, as you said. And
Of course.
yeah. But was there a moment, I mean, of course we all have ups and downs, and that's also totally normal, but was there a moment where you said, oh my God, I so regret coming to Germany and doing all of this? Or do you think that you're super happy that you did this and you don't know where it's going to bring you, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, the biggest down was by far of the Berufsschule because I was not able to understand anybody. It was like very desperate. Like as I say, I was not able to say anything, like to express myself, to say whatever thing. Like, but overall, I'm very happy here. Like, and I never wanted at all to go back home. I mean. Especially because at the beginning I thought that if I would have to go back, if I would had to go back home, I would have to pay all the invested money on me back. So just imagine paying that money back.
Yeah.
Was avoiding me like to think further or think more about that thing, because for me it was like only I mean there was only one end, like finishing this, like like doing my whole bachelor, not like passing all my exams.
Yeah.
And which was very difficult, but not not passing one Drittwasser, for example.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
not so nice. Well,
Yeah.
it's really amazing to hear all of this, and I would have to say that I also didn't knew a lot of all of this stuff, and sadly we'll have to come to an end. And before we come to the end, I would like to ask you, is there something that you'd like to transmit to the ones watching this, to students that are studying abroad, that are thinking of studying abroad in Germany especially? Is there a tip that or a sentence that you'd give them to keep it in their minds?
I would tell them that it's easier as what they might think, because especially there are masters, especially for the people that want to study a master, there are a lot of masters that are in English. But I would also highly recommend them to speak German. The master means nothing if you cannot speak German. Like during these years, I would try like with the VHS, like whatever opportunity they have from the university or from whatever, to try to learn German, especially like for my industry. That is like insanely important. There might be other industries where it's not that much important, but still, like in order to have a normal life here, in order to have contact with Germans, you cannot only survive with mit Karte bitte.
That's the famous last words.
Yeah, of course.
No, but that's like really the only sentence that people, like the first sentence that people can.
With Erasmus students is insane. They only learn Hallo, Servus,
and mit Karte bitte.
And mit Karte bitte.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Sergio. It really means a lot to me. And, well, I hope that maybe one day we can again sit together and share some more from your stories. But
of
for
course.
now, I'll say cheers.
Yeah, Prost.
Prost.